Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Drew and this is Just a Guy Linux, and this is what's going on with bspwm. About a week ago, I was doing a live stream and the subject of bspwm came up, and I installed it and I noticed, yep, I want to change that and I want to change that. So over the last week, basically, I've done some major overhaul and I wanted to share that with you. So this is the login screen for Butterknife, and you notice that bspwm is already selected, and we're going to go straight in. Now look over here in the corner because you're going to see a dunst notification. It says welcome, press / anytime to see all the key bindings, and there is a quick start bspwm.md for a cheat sheet. Let's look at both of those. But before that, let's look at the overall interface. You've got 12 workspaces. You've got readouts for the amount of disk space, volume, RAM, CPU, and so on. You've got a power button as well as a screen capture so that you can, screenshot to your heart's content. This is polybar, by the way, and if I do hit super and then the /, you're going to see what the key bindings are. Super space launches your rofi application. Super return is ghosty, which is the default terminal, and so on. You've got Firefox. I did go ahead. Not out of the box is it going to install Helium, but I went ahead and installed it when I was doing the install for bspwm. Now, as mentioned up here in the corner, the dunst notification, there is a quick start bspwm markdown file. It does have some simple essential actions that you're going to want, as well as just a brief talk about Scratchpads, as well as the layout. Now, everything is going to be in your .config bspwm directory. So let's go over here, and right here in your .config bspwm, you're looking at basically everything so it is all under one roof, basically. Okay, and we're going to talk a little bit about all of this, but you're going to see that there are some things that will pique your interest. bspwm-tabs. Okay. Now this section here is, I had to actually refactor the tabs program that I used for DWM and made it so that you can use it for bspwm. So this is a value add basically, as well as you need tabbed, which is a suckless utility. Now there are the standards here, dunst and pycom and polybar and rofi, but then there are themes because we've got a theme switcher for bspwm now. And this is, again, this is not your stock bspwm. This is going to be quite a bit different than the one that I even have been using over the last couple years. Let's go back over to workspace 1. And let's open a terminal by using super enter and super B to open up a browser, Firefox ESR. You can now use whether you want to use the directional or if you want to use Vim keys. So now if I just use super and then left and right using the arrow keys, that is something that you can do, or super H and L. Okay, so super H and L. Same thing, you can use super shift, left arrow key, right arrow key, or super shift H and L, and you can move these back and forth. If you want to use super control and then H and L, you're resizing the focused window. You can also use, and I use this quite a bit actually, I use the super key and then the right mouse click, and then just drag it exactly where you want that to be. So you can use either one of those. If you get to the point where you're like, oh man, I wish it was back to normal again, or back to like 50-50 again, you can use super control and then the equal sign, and it will then put things back at 50-50. So you can also toggle float. Let's just go over here and say super shift and then space bar. And then you can like move this around depending on where you want it, or resize it by using the super and then the right mouse to drag and resize. Again, if you use super shift and then space bar again, it is going to reposition it back into the stack. This is all very common. There's nothing new here yet. Super shift F for full screen. And I mean, that takes the entire full screen. Super shift F again, toggles it back into tile. If you use super Q, you're closing the window. I mean, go super enter again so that I have something side by side. As you can see, we are on the first workspace. It's got that little underlined thing here. If you go to super 0, you're going to be on the 10th workspace, super minus and super equal, 11 and 12. If you go back to the first one, super 1, okay, and then you want to move something to, let's just say the 10th workspace, you say super shift 0. By the way, it's going to take my terminal and put it on workspace 10, okay? So it does not follow it. Now, if you want it to follow, all you have to do is put that in your sxhkd, and then, you know, everything will follow when you move it. I'm about 50-50 on this. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. On DWM, I do it all the time. So I'm wondering, I might change it, but it is not common or not standard. Okay, so super and then 0 is where the terminal is. And if I want to switch it back, super shift 1 and super 1. Okay, and we can just move them back to where they were. Now, we already talked about super slash, which is the helper. And if you just say, I don't know, Firefox, it doesn't matter. Okay, it'll show you what the correct keybind is for that. Super shift B, by the way, is the private browser or incognito mode. Okay. Now, this is the beginning, not the actual beginning, but we're getting into the newer stuff. So super shift enter, okay, is a scratchpad, a terminal scratchpad. So if I just say, I don't know, Figlet B, okay, it's going to have that. And if I just want it to go away completely, and I use super shift enter again, it goes away. But it will return without, you know, I didn't actually close it. And if I use super shift enter, it then comes back to where it was. So even if I wanted to run something like btop, okay, and just like leave it there and use super shift enter, okay, I can be somewhere else and say, oh, well, what was that again? You know, I can, and then pull it back straight away. Okay. Again, this is very common. I'm just going to go ahead and close this. Okay. Let's say, I don't know, I'm going to use Firefox here as the example. Because what you can do now is promote it to a scratchpad. So if I just say super alt 1, okay, up here in the corner, you're going to see scratchpad slot 1 was stored. So I'm like, okay, I'm over here, and then I can have it super alt 1 again. And it brings up, actually it moved it back, so I'm going to have to look at that. But it brings it up in a floating window center, and it is basically, and so I can, you know, do some things like, I don't know, butterbean.org, okay, and go to this website again, super control or super alt 1, it goes away, and super alt 1 brings it back. You can release it if you want to. You can just say super shift alt and 1, or you can just close it. You know, that would be the other thing. But I can just release it. It stays on the screen, and then if I want it to go back to a tiled, I can just say super shift spacebar and it returns to the tiled stack. Now I have a couple named Scratchpads. One is going to be for audio. So I used, instead of Super Alt and then 1, there's 3 right now. It's Super Alt 1 through 3. Actually, let's go over here. Where is it? Yep. Super Alt 1, 2, and 3. And the script is called Scratchpad promote. All right. And then release. But I also have 2 more things. All right. And you can have whatever you want. You can rename these. I just thought that this was an appropriate way to do this. You can just say Super Alt A or Super V or what have you, and it will promote it to this kind of audio. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's just say Pulse Mixer. Okay. And if I want to, I can just say Super Alt A, and it stores it as an audio slot on is this Scratchpad. Again, Super Alt A again, and it brings it back up. So you can change that, like I said before. There's one for notes as well as this. Now, as I mentioned, Scratchpad's not part of bspwm. These are value adds. This is scripting that needed to be done in order to get this kind of functionality. I'm going to go ahead and close this. And we're going to go straight into another thing that is not really part of bspwm, and that's tab groups. All right, now, as I kind of briefly mentioned, actually, let's go here for a second because you're going to look at 2 different keybinds here. There's going to be an attach and a detach from the tab container. All right. Again, it's part of, this is a C program that's been brought by way of the DWM that actually went out today as well. And then tabbed, which is a suckless utility. I think I've said that twice now, but okay. I'm going to add 2 terminals. And then let's go ahead and say Figlet A up here. And let's go with, let's just go btop. Now it's not going to be big enough. But that's fine. We're gonna get to that in a second. So if I use super and then W, okay, it just creates a tabbed group. If I go super down arrow and I use super W again, and then let's go over and super W again, and now you've got 3 tabs and they're all full screen. Okay, so I can go and then use super tab, and it goes from 1 to 2 to 3. Okay. You can also use the numeric. So if I just say Alt 1, it goes to the first tab, Alt 2, Alt 1. So you don't have to cycle through. And as I said before, if you are on Alt 3, let's say, and then want to super shift W, you can take something out of the stack. So you can just have 2 things in the stack side by side if you want to do that. And there you go. I'm going to close this. Okay. By the way, if you're like me and like smaller keyboards and stuff, so I used to have this bound to super and then insert, I think, or something like that. Anyway, now it's super and then F12. So you don't need an actual widget or super F11 or super F10, and you're muting. Okay, so all of that is easy stuff. But now let's get to the kind of the finale here. Okay, we're going to talk about theme switching. 12 themes, 1 menu, polybar, rofi, dunst, borders, ghosty, all changed, just like that. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to mention, let's do this. Super X. Yep, it changed as well. I want to make sure that because there was an issue earlier in the week. I was like, I couldn't get that one thing. So anyway, if you want to change something, if you do make a change and you use Super Shift R, it should not change anything. It should stay exactly as it's. But when I say Super Shift R, I'm talking about reloading bspwm. I do want to talk about one more thing, and that is the documentation. This is a little bit different now because I always have had this README, okay? And the README is decent for what you get. There's quite a bit of information. But even if you get to this point where you're like, oh, wow, I want to learn more about this tabs, knowing also that there is a really good man page, by the way, for bspwm, but knowing it's there and having documentation easily available, two completely different things. Okay, so I'm going to click on this. Actually, let me click on wiki here. All right. I started doing this, I don't know, about a week ago when I started looking at bspwm more and more as a newer project as opposed to something that I've been using for the last couple of years. I mean, when I say using, I'm talking about I've had a bspwm build for 2 years, easy. I have not redone it in probably close to a year. So this was all like adding. And while I'm adding, I might as well have really good documentation. So even if the keybinds, for example, you're going to talk about how does one change a keybind, customization. You're going to talk about what the bspwm-rc does right here. It says it right here, actually. So if you can change something as far as border width or gap or something like that. There's a lot in here. I mean, and I'll continue to add to that. But I wanted to let people know that this is available if you are interested. There is themes. So I'm very happy with the way this bspwm kind of like rebuild has I'm really happy with it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So with that, friends, see you next time.